Classic Legends has brought to us a newer version of the Yezdi Adventure. Now, this motorcycle was launched a few years ago and it went up against the Himalayan, but the Himalayan has been updated now with a new engine. So, Yezdi thought they should also give the Adventure an update. And in this video, I'm going to let you know everything that you need to know about this new motorcycle. So, let's get started. Let's begin with the changes first. Now, visually, if you look at the motorcycle, you would hardly notice any changes. But until you look closely, you will see that the position and the routing of the exhaust has now been changed and it goes from under the belly of the motorcycle. Now, how this helps is the heat dissipation is much better and you don't have heat coming directly to your limbs. Secondly, the position of the coolant can has been changed as well and it is here at the bottom of the engine. Now, despite that, the ground clearance has not changed and the motorcycle has plenty of ground clearance to go over those rough roads. Now, another important change that you will see is the engine here. In terms of tuning, the tuning has not changed as much. It still makes the 29.6 PS of power and 29.8 Newton meters of torque, but this is now the new Alpha 2 engine that we have seen on the Java 350 as well. Now, with this engine too, the refinement has increased. Now, when I was riding the motorcycle, I could instantly notice that the refinement is much better and the vibrations start coming in only after 7,500 RPM. And the engine is much more smoother than before. The motorcycle is also now lighter by 1 kg and it weighs 187 kgs as opposed to the older 188 kgs. This makes it a tad bit easier to ride. The seat height is 815 mm, which is really comfortable even for shorter riders, and even if you are 5'2", 5'3", you should be able to ride this motorcycle easily. Now, I was riding the motorcycle on bad slushy roads as well as on the highway and bad village roads as well. The suspension is good enough to tackle any kind of road that is thrown at it, be it bad tarmac with a lot of potholes, or be it a slushy road, or be it the open highway. The rear suspension is now adjustable for 7 steps for preload, and by default the suspension is set up to carry a rider and a pillion, but if you want a more softer suspension you can always adjust it. Now, the Yezdi Adventure was always a very good off-roader and we have said that in our previous review as well, but where it lacked was the on-road performance. And if you're going to be riding a lot on the roads, cruising on the roads, the Yezdi Adventure was not a very good motorcycle at the beginning, but it has been changed a lot and it is a much more highway friendly motorcycle now. On the highway now you can cruise at triple digit speeds very easily without the vibrations kicking in or you being bothered by the vibrations. Mind you, the vibrations do kick in after about 110-120 kmph, but those are not speeds that you want to be doing on Indian roads. So keep it between 90 and 105-110 and you should be fine. The motor is tractable too, and even on higher gears you'll be able to pick up speed very easily if you are coming across a pothole or a speed bump. Another improvement are the brakes, and I was very impressed on how this motorcycle was braking, giving you a lot of confidence even on the wet, rainy surfaces. The brakes are really reassuring and provide ample bite as well. The slipper and assist clutch also makes riding much more easier and comfortable. The motorcycle now also gets Bluetooth connectivity and turn-by-turn navigation. The routing of the exhaust pipe has also helped in the heat dissipation. I hardly could feel any heat on my legs. So in terms of riding, I would say it is a huge improvement from the old Yezdi Adventure, and I'm sure that you will find this motorcycle much more engaging now much more smoother to ride, and you will be happy to do longer journeys on this motorcycle. It now comes in 4 colors: Magnite Maroon Dual Tone, Glacier White Dual Tone, Wolf Grey Dual Tone, and Tornado Black. Now the pricing starts at 2,09,990 showroom and will go all the way up to 2,19,990 depending on what color you choose. Obviously the non-dual tone color, which is the Tornado Black, is the most cheaper, and the Magnite Maroon Dual Tone is the most expensive here. Overall, I would say that this is a vast improvement from the old Yezdi Adventure. Also, it is much more cheaper than the Himalayan 450, and if you don't want to be lost in the crowd of all the Himalayans, you want something that looks different, and you are a Yezdi brand lover, you can definitely now look at the Yezdi Adventure, because it is a much more improved motorcycle, and this time when you ride it you won't be disappointed. You will be much more happier and you will have a smile on your face when you ride this motorcycle. So who is this motorcycle for? Now the Yezdi Adventure did have a lot of niggles before, but Yezdi has niggled out quite a few of them, and now it is a much more potent motorcycle. It is much more refined, the brakes are absolutely on point, and it performs really well on the road. So if you want an adventure motorcycle that you like to cruise with as well, this can be your go-to choice. I hope I was able to answer all your questions, and if you have any more questions, you can put them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to Motoroids if you haven't already, and press that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload our next video. This is Vipul signing off. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.